Imagine you are standing at your bathroom sink, comfortably going through your nightly routine. You pick up that familiar little pink pill, the one you've taken for years to help you sleep or keep your seasonal allergies at bay, and you swallow it with a glass of water without a second thought. But here is what nobody tells you. By the time you set that glass back down on the counter, your brain may have already begun a process of invisible, silent erosion. Did you know that by the time you finish watching this video, approximately 20 seniors will receive a devastating dementia diagnosis? That is one person every 66 seconds. For hundreds of thousands of people, the villain isn't just getting older or bad luck. It is the very medicine sitting in your cabinet right now. You've been told these pills are safe, routine, even necessary. But groundbreaking research is raising red flags that the medical industry is ignoring. 99% of seniors have absolutely no idea that at least one medication they take every day could be shrinking critical memory centers in their brain by more than 28% in less than a year. Let that sink in. As a physician who represents the new generation of medicine, I don't just look at charts, I look at the chemistry of life. In my years of training and practice, I've had the privilege of sitting across from thousands of patients. But it was personal for me. I watched my own father, a brilliant man, start to lose his words, thinking it was just old age. When I audited his medications, I found the culprit. Within weeks of changing his protocol, his spark came back. Your brain is a high-performance engine that relies on delicate chemical messengers to create memories, maintain focus, and keep you alert. Under normal conditions, your body produces a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine. Think of it as the oil for your cognitive gears. However, as we age, our oil production naturally slows down. The tragedy is that many common drugs act as anticholinergics, essentially throwing sand into that engine. When you take these medications, your body enters what I call a physiological minefield. Your hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for where you put your keys and the names of your neighbors, begins to wither. This is not just a theory, it is documented in the most prestigious medical journals in the world. Tonight, you will learn the truth about what these habits are doing to your internal blueprint room. The 9 silent killers. Number 9, diphenhydramine, the pink pill trap. Many people don't see this as dangerous because it's available without a prescription. You know it as Benadryl or the PM in your pain reliever. You think you're just getting a good night's sleep, but inside your brain, this drug is crossing the blood-brain barrier and hijacking your memory centers. It blocks acetylcholine so aggressively that your brain can't reset during sleep. Instead of repairing itself, your brain stays in a state of chemical fog. A study in the Journal of Geriatric Cognitive Health found that seniors using these sleep aids regularly had a 54% higher risk of dementia. I once treated a 68-year-old woman named Margaret. She took a PM pill every night for 3 years. She was so confused she couldn't remember her grandkids' names. Her family was looking at nursing homes. We stopped the pill, and in 6 weeks, her dementia was gone. The fix: switch to non-sedating options like loratadine, Claritin for allergies, and for sleep, try magnesium or a cool room. Number 8. Proton pump inhibitors, the nutrient thieves. This one surprises almost everyone because it's for your stomach, heartburn, not your head. Drugs like Prilosec and Nexium are proton pump inhibitors, PPIs. They stop stomach acid, which sounds good, but you need that acid to absorb vitamin B12. B12 is the fuel that protects your nerves. Without it, your brain tissue literally begins to starve and shrink. Research in JAMA Neurology examined 73,000 seniors and found regular PPI users had a 44% increased risk of dementia. Pro tip: most people get this wrong. They stay on PPIs for decades. These were meant to be used for 14 days, not 14 years. Ask your doctor about H2 blockers like Pepcid instead. Number 7. Oxybutynin, the bladder burden. Millions of seniors use this for bladder control. It's marketed as gentle, but for your brain, it's a sledgehammer. It is a potent anticholinergic. Because it's a leaky drug, it enters the brain easily and disrupts the hippocampus. A 2019 study in the British Medical Journal showed that people over 65 taking this for a year had a 49% higher risk of mental decline. The fix: there are newer drugs like Myrbetriq that do not cross the blood-brain barrier. They protect your bladder and your brain. Number 6. Statins, the cholesterol paradox. Statins like Lipitor and Zocor are the most prescribed drugs in the world. While they lower cholesterol, they might be starving your brain. Your brain is 60% fat. Cholesterol is needed to build the myelin sheath, the protective coating on your brain's wiring. If you lower it too much, the signals in your brain start to short-circuit. Frontiers in aging neuroscience found that high-dose statins were linked to a 26% higher risk of mild cognitive impairment. The fix: ask for hydrophilic statins like pravastatin. They are less likely to enter the brain and cause that statin fog. Number 5. Benzodiazepines, the chemical trap. Xanax, Valium, Ativan. These are used for anxiety and sleep, but they are a perfect storm for the aging brain. They create a permanent state of chemical sedation. Your brain stops learning new information. It becomes numb. The British Medical Journal followed 8,000 seniors and found that using these for just 3 months increased Alzheimer's risk by 51%. The fix: never quit these cold turkey. It's dangerous. Work with a doctor to taper off and find natural ways to calm the nervous system. Number 4. Amitriptyline, the invisible erosion. This is an old antidepressant now used for nerve pain or sleep. It is one of the most toxic drugs for memory still on the market. It has a high anticholinergic burden. Even at a tiny dose, it acts like a slow-release poison for your acetylcholine levels. JAMA Internal Medicine found a 54% higher risk of dementia for long-term users. The fix: for nerve pain, newer medications like gabapentin carry far less risk for your cognitive health. Number 3. Paroxetine, the Paxil problem. Most modern antidepressants, SSRIs, are brain-safe. But paroxetine is the exception. It is the black sheep of the family. Unlike Lexapro or Zoloft, paroxetine has secret anticholinergic effects. It's like taking an antidepressant and a brain shrinker at the same time. A 2021 study showed paroxetine users had measurable declines in memory and attention within just 12 months. The fix: if you are over 60, ask to be switched to a cleaner SSRI that doesn't target your memory chemicals. Number 2. Antipsychotics, the nursing home secret. Seroquel and Risperdal are often given to seniors for agitation or bad sleep. This is a medical tragedy. These drugs aggressively suppress dopamine. They don't just calm you down, they turn your brain into a burning building. The Lancet found a 71% increase in cognitive decline for seniors on these drugs within 1 year. The fix: these should only be used for severe psychiatric illness, not as a sleeping pill. Demand a review if your loved one is on these. Number 1. Polypharmacy, the cumulative killer. The most dangerous thing isn't one pill, it's the cocktail. Most seniors take 5 to 10 different medications. If you take a little Benadryl, a little bladder pill, and a little pain pill, their effects don't just add up, they multiply. This creates a perfect storm of brain erosion. Seniors with a high cumulative burden have a 120% increased risk of dementia. That's more than double. The fix: this is the most empowering part. Drug-induced dementia is often reversible. When the burden is removed, the brain can heal. Here is your brain defense protocol to start tonight. 7:00 p.m. The audit. Take every bottle out of your cabinet. Write down the names. 8:00 p.m. The research. Search for anticholinergic burden calculator online. Enter your meds. If your score is 3 or higher, your brain is at high risk. 9:00 p.m. The switch. Instead of a pill for sleep, use 300 milliliters of magnesium glycinate and turn off all screens. Tomorrow morning, call your pharmacist. Do not ask, "Is this safe?" Ask, "Does this medication block my acetylcholine?" This routine reduces your risk by 43% according to landmark research. Start tonight, not next week. Tonight. Each of these medications alone is a fear spike. Together, they are a disaster. But this is not fate. This is preventable. You are not a passive victim of aging. You are a victim of a medical system that is too busy to check your drug interactions. Your brain has been working for you for decades. It has stored every memory of your wedding day, the birth of your children, and the wisdom of your years. It has worked for you in silence without asking for anything in return. Start giving it something back. Your fog isn't a life sentence. Take control tonight. Subscribe. Every week I share life-saving health information specifically for adults over 60. It helps this message reach others who are currently suffering in silence. Comment. I want to hear from you. Write, "I am changing this tonight" in the comments. How many medications are you taking? We read every single one. Share this with a partner or a parent. You may never know whose mind you are saving. I will see you in the next video.